Hey, how y'all doing out there this early morning on a new moon? I love some new moon, man. And so did these damn coyotes. So I came back in for a little bit. There's a few things I like to get on a new moon. Yeah, I'll leave it alone for right now. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about something because I don't know. I'm starting to see a lot of these things that's going on here in the American stage of this big show, this big tragic play that we're all watching. And I just met a new friend overseas, and his name's Edwin. I want you to check out some of the videos I put up of his. He's really showing a lot of good information on a lot of issues that can close some doors for you. The biggest thing I worry about is all these goddamn rabbit holes that aren't really rabbit holes, and you're not a rabbit. And the mother showed me that the last time I was on the trail. A lot of things have been set up for you to find, set up for us to look into. That Nick Fuentes, he sent a video to me. One of the first ones I looked at was one of those rants by Nick Fuentes where he was busting out Palantir, Thiel, J.D. Vance, the whole connection with all of Musk, everything. Nick Fuentes is controlled opposition. Candace Owens is controlled opposition. Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump. They're all wanting you to look at all these players in this big fucking game. Players in a game. I've always tried to keep things simple when I try to look at things. When I'm trying to learn something, when I'm trying to figure something out, what somebody's trying to do, especially when it's something as devious as global depopulation. So anytime that I get going down the trail and I'm looking at this and I'm looking at that, and all of a sudden I'm in the bushes, I'm way out in the woods, I'm lost, I go back to square one. So what's square one in what we're all trying to figure out right now? Global depopulation. And let me cut this sound off right here real quick, y'all. Global depopulation. Last I checked, which was just a few days ago, the American birth rate's 27% under normal. I didn't see the excessive death rate, but normally it stays about 15%. As I've said many, many times before, that's the candle burning at both ends for depopulation. They're claiming that we breached 8 billion people. Bullshit. Bullshit. Just what they've done in the Middle East and North Africa alone would keep that from being true. China went from 1.6 billion, now they're 1.2 billion. India, 1.3 billion, now they're just over 1 billion. And they've taken care of their part, and they fit exactly what Deagle, remember the Deagle 2025 predictions on our population, we're supposed to be 99 million roughly. Well, wow. They're perfect with it. Russia has lost about 20 million. The COVID thing wiped out a lot more people than they're saying, but it wasn't from the coronavirus. It was from the fucking 5G. It was from mass murder. That's the issue. I'm not going to take my eyes off of that for some fucking little bling bling over here or something that's entertaining over here. No. When you get off track, go back to square one. They're depopulating the people, the useless eaters on Earth. They even said it in Agenda 21, how they was going to end poverty. They didn't say they were going to end poverty by killing all the poor people, by sterilizing them. And once again, I've got the magazine over here, 1934 Physical Culture magazine, which clearly shows that January of 1931, Hitler made it law in Germany so they could sterilize the undesirable people. They have a master race, a superior race. They didn't say master race, they said superior race. Same fucking difference. They tried it. They failed. But did they? At the end of the war, there was all these scientists over there that had supposed all this rocket technology that they wanted to keep. Instead of hanging them in Nuremberg where they should have done. Because these people did the sickest things that had nothing to do with fucking rockets. They bring them over here. By 1960, what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. He made him the head of NASA. He was one of the sickest ones. So yeah, when you say something about NASA, you're damn right. It's a setup. It's a dog and pony show. The whole rocket thing. The whole outer space, the moon shit. It's all just fucking something to keep you looking over here, while over there, they're fitting their agenda. They used to use world wars to keep our population down. Instead of just saying, hey, human beings of Earth, you, whether you're Anunnaki clones, no matter what the fuck, you love to fuck, you don't know how to fuck, you overpopulate every time. We have to keep populations at a certain level. But no, you got these megalomaniacs, these people that kept getting richer and richer and richer off of our blood, our sweat, our labor. And it got out of hand. And those super rich, like the Rockefellers, like the Rothschilds, they had children. Those children had children. They were all born into wealth. And now they've lost this common sense that their great-grandfathers had. They think that they can do these things. The computer has even made them even more maniacal, more insane. Y'all think AI is going to do all this shit? No. Why do you think they're trying to jack up the power grid and they're putting out going to build 70 brand new nuclear reactors in 15 countries by 2030? What do they need all that power for? China built that fusion reactor, the most dangerous thing on this planet. Nobody talks about it anymore. 5 times hotter than the sun. Not brighter than the sun, hotter than the sun. That'll get a lot of turbines spinning. That's a lot of power. That could power the whole world. What do they need all this electricity for? To run their crap. Their gizmo. You know, AI is going to really steal from people that have true artistic abilities. Painters, poet writers. And people think that ain't no big deal. I want to be that. I want to be a lyricist. I want to be a musician. And you're not doing it. That's the whole draw into it. All these things that AI helps with. It don't help with nothing but our destruction. I've been getting kind of serious here lately because it's time. I should have been getting serious a long time ago, but wow, nobody would believe it. You know, it's like everybody's got their fucking opinion on the matter. Go back to square one. Global depopulation. If you don't see that happening by now, like I told, like I wrote earlier after I wrote something about all the ICE agents, all the money, you know, the ICE, the whole FEMA thing, or ICE thing, and all the detention centers that they got now. Do y'all know that they've got 5 times the money that they got into the prison system that holds over 2.5 million of our brothers and sisters? What if they just shut the doors on the prison and walked away? I thought they were going to do that during the coronavirus. Just like when the big hurricanes hit down in Florida when all this was happening, the last time Trump was in there. For the first time ever, Florida prisons were busing life inmates, death row inmates, out of there to keep them protected from the hurricane. But when they came back, if they had life sentence and they didn't have family members that knew they were in there, they didn't come back. None of the death row inmates come back. We were seeing people getting put to death here recently, before all this. It's at the tune of about a half a dozen, maybe, or more, or so a year. How many of you heard about it and how they trying to kill them? Carbon monoxide. Basically hooking them up to the muffler of a fucking car. saying, oh, well, we're running out of, lethal injection. Everybody said the electric chair was too cold-blooded. The quickest way to put somebody down the most painlessly was what Timothy McVeigh supposedly, how he was supposedly killed. Firing squad. One fucking bullet. That's humane. I mean, it is according to people like Christy Nome, whatever, she shot her dog and a goat because the dog wouldn't hunt and the goat was just bothering people. And she wrote a book and said that was her strength. That's the reason she can lead and make tough decisions. And she's just a figurehead. But she's going around looking like this is real. ICE is going around. It's not for immigration, y'all. It's not for illegal immigrants. That's the practice run. Is there anybody here that's not going to get down on their knees and suck these motherfuckers' dick so you don't get hurt? You live in fear. You want to know what that's like? I don't know. I don't think there's any elders left from World War II. Now, this guy's over there somewhere in Europe. He has a part of history that we don't know, the truth of it. We have things over here that they don't know. I just realized that with him tonight. With the little bit of time we talked. That's why we need to not be communicating so much with each other. We're telling each other the same goddamn thing. Well, I'm on the Kirk thing. I'm on the Trump thing. I'm on the J.D. Vance thing. I know how many couches he fucks and which kind he likes. That's the fucking smoke and mirrors, man. He give a fuck about none of it. Did you notice that not a one person that Trump has in his administration, Rubio, J.D. Vance, all of them, Stephen Miller, they don't like Trump. They hated Trump before they got in there. How did they get in there then? They're not in there. They used Trump to get them in there. They're all in a big group. That's one thing that was true about the Nick Fuentes video. He's putting all that together, even with Tucker Carlson and the rest of them. How they hire each other, how they're all working together, even though they all sound like they're apart. The ones that say that they're anti-Israel, wow, that's the controlled opposition to suck you in. And also, when you make comments out here, and hey, Judy, how you doing, honey? I ain't trying to leave nobody out. When you make comments out here, whatever it is, it don't matter. The AI is able to keep up with that. That's why they need big giant plants to run it and all the processors there and keep it cool with all that water and all the power that's taken to run it, because it's just instantly taking care of all this information, gathering it. But it's just taking names and profiling you. Now you're anti-Semitic, you're mildly, you don't really care. You're left wing, you're right wing, you're chicken wing. Man, people show their weapons out here. I've shown myself shooting weapons, but wow, you don't really think about those things over the last few years. There's one thing I do, and I miss Gina, but Gina Bell, she talked about the digital footprint a lot. And I got to thinking, so what? You get a digital footprint, when all this goes down, I throw this fucking thing in the damn trash and just go do my thing. Wow, that's good for me, ain't it? But it ain't. The biometrics on this stuff, getting your eye scan or fingerprint or all that, that's smoke and mirrors. Our bodies are what they're monitoring. These phones do a lot more than we think. But Edwin pointed out something, and I pointed it out to y'all. I believe it's more like 5,000. He said there's only 10,000 of them that are trying to run this show. They could probably, and this is estimates from United States militia that's not hooked up with the governors of their state. They could probably, maybe, come up with a force of anywhere between 5 and 15 million people. That's to take care of the whole fucking population now. And there's still 6-7 billion of us left. They're going to do it by fear. They're going to do it because people doubted all this shit because we're sitting here fucking with each other. We're sitting here doing videos. We're doing the AI thing. Everything's so funny. I'm a digital creator. You're a digital uncreator. It's gonna kill us, y'all. But not the AI turning into the fucking Terminator. Not robots that can't even walk, and they're still trying to get... People still believe these robots can do shit. They still think rockets come down and land on their own fucking place where they took off. Wow. They don't. They sell you this shit. The illusion. And we're buying it. But they're not selling it to us anymore. We're selling it to each other. We're shoveling bullshit in each other's fucking mouth. And telling you it's ice cream. Hey, Ed, how you doing, brother? Finally get in? I don't plan on being out here much longer. Not because they're going to take me off because of my message and the things I have to say. I don't want to be out here. And I don't want to be... I want my digital footprint to end somewhere. Yeah, I'm a tracker. I don't care if it's the woods, the swamps, the hills. I'm a tracker. I'll find it. So I know what's out there going to look for stuff. The 4 years I did in the Navy, I saw how they did things. Also, I see our military has been bucking on all this. Y'all are not hearing about it, though. That last thing with the oil tanker, the Venezuelan oil tanker, whether that happened or not, that sure looked like a training exercise to me. It damn sure did. But is it an illusion? Is it not? They really do want Venezuelan oil. What do they got them believing? I'm pretty sure and quite positive that at least 3 of those videos that they've shown Venezuelan drug runners are Somali pirates in a whole different ocean on a whole different side of the planet. That's a fucking lie. And then what can they do with AI? Anything they want. What they giving us to play with, and people have done a pretty good job at it, they got better. So you're looking at things like Bluebeam, Mockingbird, all of that is just controlled now right out here. Almost effortlessly. So you're going to have to be really sharp. And I'll give you this bit of advice before I get off here. Because I'm running late tonight because I've been out there harvesting stuff in the new moon. Always remember square one. This is about depopulation. If you get over here and you think it's something else, or you get over here and you think maybe that was wrong, or you get down the line and you think, oh, I've solved this or solved that, or this person's involved, they're not. It's not. They can't kill us. The armies can't kill us. Nuclear bombs can't kill us. Only we can kill us. You get that part now? Only we can kill each other. And how do we get? Not with guns. Not going door to door and taking people out. By keeping the doubt going. By keeping this puppet show going. This tragic fucking play going. Long enough to just run the food out. Make the land where you can't grow stuff. Or have people in so much fear that they'll walk up to the detention center, the FEMA camp. Oh, you forget that there's about a dozen and a half fucking closed Walmarts here, super centers that are fucking camps, FEMA camps. It's not FEMA camps. Remember Rex 84, where it was a readiness exercise, which was a readiness exercise, 1984, since the fucking Reagan administration. They had planned to have some bullshit crap from Central America coming up here, invading our country, and they were going to have set up a FEMA camps for them. They did that in 2019. Trump lost 10,000 kids, by the way. Nobody said a fucking word about that. I'll leave that alone, though. They've already done the dry run. Now they're doing the practice run, breaking in, seeing how many men they need in ICE to go door to door and do what they're going to do. You don't comply, you die. People being dragged off from their homes, that's going to make the next door neighbor fucking comply. You know how I know? Now, around 1873, 1874, the federal government came marching through the South. They came through a little town called Atmore, Alabama, where some of my kinfolks live, my ancestors. And people talk about my ancestors were killed by the slave masters and all this kind of stuff. My ancestors were fucking hung on the front porch because my great-great-great aunt and my great-great-great cousins spit on there when they told them that they had to pledge allegiance to, or give their allegiance to the United States. And they spit on my great-great-great aunt spit on her fucking porch. They hung her and her 3 kids, two girls and a boy. The rest of the town saw it. They complied. You see something like that, they only got to take out one fucking family in every neighborhood. Not everybody. One family, everybody else would drop down and say, yes, sir, boss. That's human nature, and I'm sorry about that. You can give all the bravado speeches you want, rah, I'm going to take them out. They'll be having people handing over their gun cabinet, all their ammo, just so they won't be the one that got shot in the neighborhood, hung on their porch. That's where we are with this, y'all. Now, sitting out there, there's Checky right there. I was getting some Eastern White Pine needles for this tea I'm making tonight. Just drying it out right now. And I get up under those trees. And I just love it. But I'm sitting out there under a new moon. I'm talking to the mother. But I'm really talking to myself because I don't feel her. And I'm thinking, I'm protected by all this. I'm serving my purpose. I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm no different than anybody else, y'all. No different. But what's going to happen to you is going to happen to me. What's going to happen to me is going to happen to y'all. You know how you stop it? You don't stop it with arms. We don't stop it by getting a fucking... She's dancing somewhere else tonight, that's for sure, though, Shaky. And we don't have to... It's not an armed insurrection or rebellion. We just quit complying to their shit. We turn our backs on them. Say, fuck you. Start making your own communities. But that's got to start happening bigger numbers now. Well, we could have done this a while back, and a lot of people have. Not so many followed suit. That fella's name is Edwin. His last name starts with a J. You can, and I should have looked up his last name so I would know what to say. Oh, and I see that, but y'all please check his videos out. I mean, he's putting good information out there, but it's not all about the crap that we're stuck on over here in America, and he's learning things that they're not stuck on over there. We need to communicate with people globally now, while we still got a world wide web of lies. But anyway, that Meta Verified, I went to go look it up. It's $14.99 a month just for the basic thing. It goes all the way up to like close to $500 a month for all the bells and whistles. So these people must be making some good money out here to be Meta Verified. I'm just trying to say, hey, Lorenzo. So I did check into that, and that's rough, man. But it don't matter. Meta's not going to give me back my money. They're saying it didn't exist. And the Chime, fuck Chime. At least PayPal, you make a complaint to them, and they'll stop the payment, or they'll hold their money until it's all worked out. Chime, they don't give a fuck. They say it's like cash. Once you give money, it's gone. And that's just it. They don't care. Corporations don't give a fuck. Whether you buy their shit anymore, why do you think everything is so much cheaply made and costs so much more? They don't care if you buy it. They already got the money. Every bit. All we're holding now is... Matter of fact, all we're holding is fucking fiat dollars from the Federal Reserve. It's really nothing anyway. Oh, wow. No, it's $14.99 for the basic. And, like the bottom line, cut and dry. Oh, I hear you, Lorenzo. I appreciate that, brother. That's very humbling, man. And I'm going to stick on it. I mean... What else am I going to do? I'm not a run and hide kind of motherfucker, but I still see a lot of time we have. I mean, not a lot of time on a big scale. It's just, I think that you should be spending more time on plan A and plan B, plan C, all the way to plan A3, A4, You need to have 1,000 ways to escape, just like they have 1,000 ways to die. Remember the show? Oh, they got, wow. The whole thing about money was that it was us all along, Shaky. The money was us. They cannot build a building, a car, a roll of cigarette, any of that shit. And we gave it to them. The middleman, the salesman out here, they're wow, that's why they're salesmen. Why do you got to go? You're going into a store, you're going to buy a washer and dryer. Why do you need somebody to come up and tell you, well, I got this model for this and that model for that? Wow. Money, it all goes back to the corporation. What is America since 1871? A corporation. Matter of fact, I watched a little short video on that. We're not even really a country. The president is the president of Washington, D.C., 10 square miles. The Washington Monument is some type of marker for what they really are or in control of, which somehow goes back to the crown, but it's really not the crown. And the crown's not English people, it's German people, the royal family. Your average Brit walking around has more fucking royal blood in them than any or King Charles or whatever you want to call him. His brother gets busted out for being a fucking sex trafficker and a child rapist, and he just loses his name. What do you think they're going to do to Trump? The Epstein files got released today. 300,000 pages of blah, blah, blah. But we say we're not doing this much. We're going to hold on to this for about another 3 or 4 months. His own fucking personal lawyer that happens to be in the set number 2 in the DOJ got in there and said, well, we promise transparency and President Trump's giving you this right here, but he's not giving you the ones about him. The motherfucker breaks the law right in our face. Nobody does nothing about it. You fucking Democrat senators and because there's no left and right. You see that now, don't you? There's no Democrats or Republicans. There's no independents. There's no moderates. There's no progressives. They go nowhere. There's always been us against them, but we've just been too divided to see that. And they have brother hating brother out here, skin color, gender association. I ain't come up that way. And I'm not going to go out that way. But also, I'm not a sympathizer. I'm not going to sit there and coddle people that I need to fucking be fighting beside me. I'm going to fight beside them. When you realize that part, when you realize that we're in it together, then you'll be in it together with somebody. Man, these coyotes are going off tonight, and that is a big pack. And that's something else, too. The owls, I've been seeing them on the side of the road. I know they fly in the windshields when there's a full moon, but some of these things are just dying off because there's not the small game. The whole food supply, the food chain has just been completely disrupted. There's so many things on this planet that's been disrupted. Ecosystems. No more coral reefs. No more rainforest. You don't hear that? That's insane. Baby girl tried to run out in and I got her out. Like, you get back in there. I did a little video on it, but I don't know if you can hear it. It don't really matter. They'll pass through here in a little bit. They're probably getting what's left of poor old Curtis's chickens up there. He's got about 3 of them left roosting. That's right. And the Social Security numbers, the name and all in capital letters, like on your birth certificate, your driver's license, and your Social Security number, that's not even you, brother. That's what they bank on. When you're born, and it's a birth certificate, let's say you're born a white male or a black female, there's some amount of money they already going to plan on that you're going to make. Though your average white male will make $50,000 a year or whatever. I know that's jacked up now because of the prices. I don't keep up with that kind of stuff. A white female, black female, they're only expected to make so much. And that's how much they can bank on, or used to could bank on loaning the money. When Elon Musk came in there with his little boys, they took all that, y'all. Why do you think they're only giving partial food stamps out still? Why do you think they're trying to cut Social Security and get into the only surplus money out there? They took it. It's been stolen. They did a robbery in 2020 when they crashed the stock market that was hit an all-time high of $11.5 trillion, and Trump took out $1.5 trillion of the Social Security money, and they can play with it because Bush made that law back in 2004, 2005, where the Congress or the government can play with the stock market with our money to make money, but they don't say they got to pay it back. He gave them $1.5 trillion. That's $13 trillion. And they robbed it. They took it. And then they started, all of a sudden, the stock market's back. All of a sudden, Bitcoin's back. All of a sudden, the meme coin. Why do you say they want digital money? Because you can't put digital money in a closet, in a sock, under the mattress. You can't pay for things like, free enterprise will be completely gone with digital money. You'll have no way of taking care of yourself with a monetary system that we're under with digital money unless they say you can do it. They'll cut it off anytime they want. And that's a shame, Lorenzo. We live on a water planet. I just mentioned that earlier. 70%, the planet, 70% water. We're 70% water, and it's the most polluted thing on here. Besides our fucking minds. But it makes our minds easy to pollute. And then the things that they allow to happen, the things that the educational system allowed to be going on and on and on and on. Now you got all this bigotry. You still have racism. How do we got racism in 2025? How with the fucking internet, knowing that we're all in this, that everybody's fucked, and there's racism of all the fucking things in the world. There's some racism. You motherfuckers out there you think, and you know where most of your races come from? Fear. Fucking fear. The 1920s when they put up the first Confederate monuments that were not put up by Confederates, because I come from a Confederate bloodline, and I tell you, they didn't come from Confederates. They came from racists that feared the Europeans were going to take over, that they was going to mix the blood up, the white race was going to bleed out. In the 50s, when they integrated the school, same thing. Not one goddamn Confederate put up a General Lee statue, but racists did that was afraid that the white race was going to bleed out. Now they're talking that, and they talked that same shit with David Duke in the 80s. And his cocksucking ass got out there getting people thinking the white race is going to get bled out. And then the damnedest thing happened. They made this control mechanism called MTV. And we have Michael Jackson, Motley Crue, Lionel Richie, flock of seagulls, back to back to back. And all of a sudden you started seeing what America was meant to be. The big melting pot. People would just love each other. Oh, I love her. I'm attracted to her. That's a good looking guy. I want to go out with him. He's really taking good care of me. I have five half black grandchildren from my stepdaughter, Jennifer. Beautiful kid. Her firstborn was Damari. Couldn't wait to hear stories from his pawpaw. I love them like my own. That's why I'm out here doing what I do. I love them like my other grandkids. That's why I'm out here. All you brothers out there, you can't defend your family from behind that front door. Sooner or later, you're going to have to step out and do something. Go somewhere, train, learn something. You really want to defend your family? Learn how to eat without a grocery store. Learn how to find water without a tap. Learn how to think for yourself. Make things, build things, fix things, figure things out. That's how you're going to defend your family in this fucking shit that we're going to be in right now. Man, I can't believe the fucking same old shit we fought for. 1920s, 1950s, 1980s. Wow, 30 years apart, huh? And in 2010, they started that fucking white nationalist shit up, and I thought we sat it down by 2017, and here it is. Just bust out with the fuck. Like, soon as Trump took January, whatever, goes into office, white nationalism, fucking shadow government is no longer in the shadows. They're right out there in the open. Fucking Peter Thiel, one of your biggest fucking bigot racist motherfuckers. And look at, where'd all you brown white nationalists come from? Nick Fuentes, half Mexican motherfucker. Wow, where'd all you fucking brown and black white nationalists come from? Do you not understand what these people stand for? It's not for you. Is that fear? Is that some of that shit been beaten down so much you got the Stockholm Syndrome? And I ain't saying go stand up for the black folks alone. I'm saying stand up for folks that are standing up for folks. Because we're all poor folks right now. Nobody can afford to fucking live. How many of you in debt? Just to get a fucking a dinner on the table. How many of you had used a credit card to get food on the fucking table? How many times has your paycheck made it to the end of the month and it paid all the bills and you still had something left over? You want some entertainment. You want to do something. You had to go fucking get a credit card. You had to go into debt. Debt slavery is slavery. Tax slavery is slavery. No, they don't use a whip and a chain and physical beatings. Or fucking rape you in front of your family to bring you down. No, you just can't support your family. Same fucking thing. Same thing. How'd they get away with putting in a vaccine in a fucking 12-hour-old baby, and now our young ladies are fucking sterilized? How's it that atrazine is in every fucking drop of fresh water in the whole entire fucking world, along with plastic, and it fucking castrates and changes males into females and proven? How'd they get away with that? Well, they got all the growth hormones that gave the girls the big butts and the big boobs way before their age time. But they had J-Lo and Beyonce out there, and they sexualized the big butts. All of a sudden, the black brothers, they liked the big butts, didn't they? Not when I was coming up, because there wasn't no big butts. What the fuck, man? See, that's just it. They wait for so many decades and years to go by, and then they just fucking like just erase that history. They make it up as they go along. That's why you think Trump tells all that. You think he's delirious or delusional, and he'll say, wow, we did this and we did that, when they really didn't. He's already setting up a history because it's digitally recorded. So 20 years from now, they'll say that, wow, you know, there was that they stole an election and he tried to take it back or whatever. Why do you think he don't want those fucking files released? See, he knows he's at the end of his rope. He wants a legacy. These people that hate him, they're going to use his legacy. They're going to take this puppet figure, like King James, who was a woman-hating faggot, murdered people for it, changed the Bible because of it. And they give him this image of King James, Holy Bible, the King James Bible. Well, he must be a holy man. And you got the Schofield Reference Bible. That was divine changes. Schofield was a drunk lawyer that could just write very well. And a piece of shit Zionist. And a Zionist. You get them mixed up with Jewish people. Y'all best leave the Jewish people alone. You're going to need them beside you. Most American Jews do not support what happened in Israel, and they're not Zionists. They're just people that were born into a religion, and they were told that's who God was, and that's who this was, and that was. And Moses, even though we don't know this, that's who he was. Like I told people before, if you was born in Iran, you'd be Muslim. Now they're starting all this Islamophobia shit again. I've already blocked 3 people, good people, just for putting that fucking Islam. I didn't even say a word. I just blocked them. After putting a fucking laughing motherfucker on their goddamn post. Talking about, we better pay attention to what happened in Australia because that's what President Trump's keeping our borders shut down for. The borders are shut down not to keep people from coming in, dumb fucks. It's to keep them from going out. Us. Ain't nobody leaving now. You had your chance. You can't go nowhere. Go try it. You don't believe me? Go try it. Just get a fucking passport and just go try to buy a ticket to some other country and say you're going to use a 3-month visa and I'm going to use my whole visa over there. I'm going to go to Germany. I'm going to go to Australia. I'm going to go to Sweden. I'm going to go somewhere. Try it. Just fucking try it. If you're not in with these motherfuckers already by now, you're not in. And you're stuck here. Yeah, exactly, Lorenzo. And ain't that a shame? He said they're brown white nationalists hates themselves. White nationalists hates themselves, brother. Anybody that takes a race, we're human beings. Anybody takes a race of that, a pigment-changing fucking difference. And they say that that's a difference in attitude, intelligence, athleticism, blah, 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 blah. They hate themselves. They got to pump themselves up to be better than somebody else. They'll get with a group of people that make it sound good, that might be in the office, by the way, and they join up because they feel worthless. They don't want to be the low man on the totem pole. Why does that black man got that fucking Lincoln Continental and I'm driving around in this Volkswagen? Because maybe that's what he wanted. He might live in the box the fucking car came in. You don't know, but he's got a Lincoln Continental. How's he got that? Ain't none of your fucking business how he got it. This is America. We can get it any kind of way we want. Sell some fucking weed. Fucking do whatever you gotta do. That's his business. Why ain't you got one? That's what you ought to be asking. How'd they get this before? And you gotta ask questions about how somebody else gets something before you get it. You're a piece of shit. And you're worthless. And you know you are. And your excuse is to blame it on another race? No, another human. Thank God I was fucking born in fucking dirt floor, poor poverty. And never saw nothing for 10 years of my life but what I saw. And wasn't a difference in people. I found out there was a difference in people in school, according to the school. I felt bad because I wasn't on the other side. I was like, wow, man. Now I'm going to be the piece of shit because I didn't do nothing to you, but now all of a sudden I'm being looked at funny, like, 12 years old, kiss a black girl going down the hallway. That's a beautiful black girl, by the way. My age group, by the way. Wow, get dragged off by the ear by some racist fucking goddamn teacher telling me we don't do that. Got 3 licks and had to wear a fucking sign on my chest the rest of the day. It said Romeo. You think that stopped me from kissing her again? Think again. We do what we want to do and we believe what we want to believe. But I'm telling you right now, what they told you is the enemy is not the enemy. What they told you was a different race or a different type of breed of person or a different religion. Yeah, ideology, brain candy, fucking what you think, what you've been told is all you know, and it's what you've become. When you blame your problems on people you don't even know, or somebody can't walk down your street and they're black, and you got grandma over there, a cracker granny over there calling the fucking cops on them because she's scared and the motherfucker ain't done nothing. Oh, but I seen them on the TV. They're in the urban areas. What do you think people are going to act when you take 2,000-3,000 people and you put them in a high-rise and they don't even got nothing but a playground to go sit around? What do you think they're going to do? What do you think? You got them all in that spot. You said, come here. We're going to give you this urban housing, this cheap housing, Section 8, blah, blah, blah. What do you think's going to happen? You think there's 2,000 jobs right there for them? No. What do you think gangs are? They're all these people that are anti-American or anti-people. They just want to go. No, they're people that didn't fit in, so they made their own way. I happen to respect people that are in gangs because they went and made their own way. They made their own money. And look, there's not a one cocoa plant or one fucking poppy plant that grows in America. So heroin and cocaine and shit like that, it's allowed in. Because they make money off of it, and it kills us. They kill 2 birds with 1 stone with street drugs. Now quit thinking that they're trying to stop fentanyl, or they're trying to stop meth, or they're trying to stop cocaine. Why, look at Trump's kids, man, walking around. Look at fucking Cash Patel and his geeked up ass. I know drug behavior, and I tell you what, that motherfucker cannot sit in front of Congress and... He's geeked up. He had bitching about people abusing federal power or you know, the platitudes or whatever, the planes and all that, and he does it. And nobody does nothing about it. If that don't prove to you that there's not a left and not a fucking right, that it's just them and us, and we pay them to just go live like fucking kings, man, you're fucking stupid. And you need to quit being stupid. Your stupidity is going to kill me. Your stupidity is going to kill my tribe. Your stupidity is going to kill you. You think you're going to be pitted up against another American because he's a Democrat or he's a Republican? You're pitted against another person because you're fucking weak and you blame people for what you don't have because you've seen a whole world full of bling bling and material shit. It's nice, ain't it? The billionaires run around. Michael Jordan's get some fucking nice shoes, don't he? How many black people work for Nike? How many black people kill other black people for Nike shoes? Every day. And Michael Jordan, he fucking promotes that. Cap promotes that. Nike promotes that. You see now? That's what your corporations do. That's what depopulation's all about. Why has the black population always stayed somewhere around 12%? Yet other populations fluctuate. Why is the largest race of people in the 2.5 million world's largest prison system of all time? Who's mostly in there? Who has the biggest reason and probably some of the best fighters to stand up against these cocksuckers? And where are they at? Oh, they're gangs and they're in jail. Yeah, he's a fucking Jew anyway. Or he's a Zionist, Israeli Jew he was taken in. They got him in a replica of the White House over there, y'all. For making Jerusalem be the whatever, all these things that the Bible said. The Zionist Schofield reference Bible that has a Revelation that says there's a rapture, and there ain't no rapture. And I tell you what I do. What Revelation said, which was added, the last book added way, way after the Bible was written. That Jesus came back, he'd be on a white horse with a two-edged sword called truth. And he's going to cut everybody's head off. I just hope I'm like one of the last heads he cuts off, so I could be laughing at all you fucking fake-ass Christians while you're getting your head cut off. Oh, Jesus, come take me home. And you deserve it. If you turn a religion of love and peace into a religion of race and hatred, murder of other people in the name of Christ. More people have been killed and murdered in war in the name of Jesus Christ than any other fucking religion out there. Think about that. But it wasn't even real. It's a fucking illusion. I'm tired of being nice about that. You don't like it? Hit the fucking road. You got to get real with yourself. Because you know what? There is going to be something after death. Do you know what it is? Oh, yeah, Billy, we're going to see Jesus. We're going to be judged in front of God. You don't fucking know that. You know that from a book that some misogynist fucking faggot teen wrote because he was afraid he was going to be killed by the people. And the power was in the hands of the church because they could interpret the Latin and the Greek and the Arabic that it was written from and the Hebrew. Think about that. And it's fucking fake. It's divisive. It's what you do to conquer the world. You spread your religion, you spread your fucking disease. Your disease of the mind, your disease of the spirit. You can't, I've been in the churches where everybody just dancing around, got their hands up in there, you're getting the Holy Spirit. I didn't feel a goddamn thing. I kept thinking, wow, what's wrong with me, man? Am I going to go to hell? I'm different? No, I just wasn't fake. I wasn't getting caught up in the hype of the crowd. You get a whole group of people together. It's called mass group hysteria. Anybody get caught up in that. Now I watch the TV evangelist, Ernest Ainsley, Jim and Tammy Baker take my mom and my grandma's money because they were devout Christians and believed in that fucking televangelist thieving motherfuckers, Reverend Ike, all of them, with his miracle star of faith. Fuck them cocksuckers. Look at Tammy Faye, look how she went out. Look at Jim Baker selling his 5-gallon buckets of fucking slop. That just reminds me of Trump selling his gold shoes and his fucking condoms and his fucking steaks. His name, his brand. And who buys it? You chump-ass motherfucking Maganites. You buy that shit. Because you hate what? You hate the people that's got what you don't got. They're taking your money. Your tax money don't go to black folks. Your tax money don't go to illegal immigrants. Your tax money goes to pay the interest rate on the Federal Reserve that your president, his first term, put us $8 trillion in debt, motherfucker. Go look that up. Oh, but you don't like facts, do you? It's like J.D. Vance said in that vice president debate. Wait, y'all said y'all promised it wasn't going to be no fact-checking. What the fuck more do you need to hear from a liar? You like liars? You like being lied to? Well, go get you a hooker. She'll tell you the best motherfucker in the world. But don't go fucking voting in people or giving emotional or any kind of energy to these cocksuckers like you people did with Biden. And you were set up for that. It's like the people were set up to vote for Obama. People were set up to vote for Bush. People were set up to vote for Trump. You like being set up and knocked down and set up and knocked down? Are you a chump? Hey, Howard. Hey, Dan. Hey, Tiana. Are you a fucking chump? You fought for any of that DC fucking puppet show, you're a chump. But you're not just a chump anymore. You're a weapon for them. You don't understand how this is working, do you? They can't do shit. They can't do jack fucking shit without us letting it happen. And we just let it fucking happen. You got like a fucking bowling pin, ain't that right, brother? They only need a bowling ball to knock these motherfuckers down. No, they just need a race bait them or something. No, look at over there. Obama. Well, I was all bitching about Obama, who was going to Epstein Island for little boys, and bitching about Hillary Clinton, who was going to Epstein Island for whatever, and her husband, who fucks anything, including Donald Trump, who sucked his dick. Trump went there. Elon Musk went there. Peter Thiel. Stephen Miller. Bill Gates. George Soros. All of them. You don't get to be a billionaire until you fucking get set up by fucking kids. Rob Reiner. That fucking goopy ass. What's that? I just saw that video today. What's that old fucking, Jew fucking, actor that, he's a funny guy, comedian. He's out there doing a roast of Rob Reiner talking about the school bus stopping at his house, or he's going, it's pizza night. They're sitting there laughing about it, rubbing it in your fucking faces that they fucking buy kids and fuck them. Man, you don't do a goddamn thing about it because your Cheeto Jesus fucks them. That's where you fucked up with me. Yeah, I see through that fucking bullshit, and I don't give a fuck what you like or like me or like what I got to say or, oh, well, Bill, just fuck him. Yeah, come fuck me, by the way. I ain't no kid, and you ain't Donald Trump. That shit's gonna stop out here. It's gonna stop on here. Big time. I don't care if you come or go now. Whoever's got their eyes open and sees what's going on will survive. Those who don't, go back to sleep. That way when they kill you, it won't hurt so fucking bad. Understand? Go back to sleep. That's why Trump was the anti-woke president that can't stay away. Elon Musk, the woke mind virus killed my son. You were giving your son fucking the hormones, what was it, testosterone inhibiting shit. You didn't want him to be a fucking boy because he was a effeminate little 3-year-old, because he was emulating his mom because you were never around, Dad. But you praise that one around you think's going to be the Antichrist, and fuck that kid too. And fuck you, Elon Musk, fuck all these cocksuckers. If you took them down man-to-man level, take away the billions of dollars in their security force and all their bullshit, and their robots that can't walk, or their rockets that can't get outside of the planet or land back, you'd beat the fuck out of them punk-ass motherfuckers. That dude that was walking beside Peter Thiel just walking by like he's all tough and shit. If it wasn't for them 2 security guards, you could have reached over and bust that motherfucker in the goddamn mouth and just took every tooth out of his fucking head. You couldn't have done shit without the money. So what do you do for money, honey? You're the money. What do I do for you? I do for you the same thing you're going to do for me. I got your back if you got mine. I'll take and do the best I can by your family if you do the same for mine. I'm not going to take a bullet for you. We ain't going to have to. But I won't let nobody fuck with you if you don't let nobody fuck with me. When you got a bunch of people back to back in a circle and their eyes are out looking at what's coming, they can't be touched. This circle's broken. Not this tribe, but the biggest circle Americans, Canadians. Why do you think they isolated us from the rest of the world? Because they've isolated Canadians from the rest of the world. They've isolated Mexicans. They've isolated Venezuelans, Argentinas, Germans, British. Everybody's stuck in their fucking country. Have you not noticed that? Russia, China. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's going nowhere. So we're all in what? The same fucking boat. Why do you think they want to demonize and end the history of Dr. King? Who was murdered by the federal government on my 4th birthday. Why? Why do you think they want to do that? I would say it was just for that one mega load of truth right there. We'll make a fuck what ship you came here on. We're all in the same boat now. Now I'm going to live like you, or I'm going to die like you. That's your fucking choice. I made mine. I chose life. I chose brotherhood. I chose the traditional roles of defending my sisters. Because I've been defending my sisters most of my life. Because that's all I got in my family is sisters. One left. What do you think I taught my kids to do? My boys. And what do you think they do? I ain't got a one racist child. I don't have a one bigoted child. I don't have a one child that ain't got out there and worked shit jobs. Looking to get the good job because they wanted their own money. I ain't had a one child that ain't tried drugs. Or drank. Or maybe still drinking. You know what that makes them? That makes them just like you. And you're just like them. And they're just like us. And we're all like each other. Like I said, we're going to live together. Or they're going to cover us up in a mass grave together. You need to make that choice. But the smoke and mirrors, the bullshit illusions out here, worrying what the fuck any of these sons of bitches has done, don't dwell on it. Don't make that your priority. And if you feel like you're lost and you're really off base, go back to square one. Depopulation of the globe. Of people that are not like them. They're probably going to keep the 500 million. I got a feeling that part might be true. Are you going to think you're going to be in the 500 million Maganites? When fucking 70% of you are fucking bots and not even real? You're like the biggest chumps in the history of America, just like your fucking president is the worst piece of shit, not even president, human being in the history of America. Are you like him? You want to emulate him? You want to fuck your daughter? You want to marry 3 women and 2 of them be Russians? They got from the Kit Kat Club because your small dick ass couldn't get an American woman to please her? And you want to call somebody a bigot and call somebody having anchor babies with your anchor babies? Or your chain fucking family that your fucking skank ass fucking wife brought over here? And that makes you a bigot and a hypocrite and a racist, misogynist, incestuous piece of shit, pedophile. And just because you have a few people that put their red hat on and walk in public with it, you think you're somebody. And you are. But it takes somebody to be at one end of the rope that's going to pay for this shit. He killed my fucking family. You know, he's going to remember, everybody out here is going to remember one thing. I'm not in this just for the glory of being, beating these motherfuckers back. I want my eyes. Eye for a fucking eye. They owe me fucking 5 or 6 sets of eyes that I can just talk about right now. About another 180 that were my friends. Now, I may be burnt out on this. I may be ruined on this. Man, that makes your best fighters, by the way. A motherfucker that's going to walk in that just wants to taste the blood. I don't want to win. There's no belt. There's no fucking trophy. I just want to taste their fucking blood before I die. And I'm sorry if that makes y'all look at me different. And at least I'm fucking honest about it. I think y'all want some too, though. I know you do. They don't gotta kill your family. They killed what we loved, which was our life, our supposed freedom, the truth, real food, clean water, blue sky, yellow sun. I'm going to get mine, one way or another. Now, I used to say, in this life or the next. Fuck the next life. I don't know if it's there. I want it in this motherfucking life. Even if I just spit in their face before they blow my brains out, I'm going to get mine. Because I'm not going to fucking bow down. I'm not going to bend a knee. It ain't about resistance. It's about taking them out any way that we can. And whether this gets me in trouble or not, I was born in trouble. Like I said, I ain't nobody. But they're going to remember that if I get my chance. But what does it matter? There you go, Lorenzo. I'm glad that y'all are really on track. I mean, I know that we can sit here and pump each other up with some tough talk and all that shit. Mine ain't tough talk. I'm telling you, I'm burned. Hey, goddamn, by the time I get here, the first day I'm here, my aunt dies in a fucking hospital from a cracked rib. How'd she die? They don't know. My uncle, he's next. They're getting some skin off his toes, dead. They don't know why. That hospital killed them too. Then my mom takes a fucking flu shot, dead. 19 days later. Took me 6 months to get the proof on that. I run the fucking lot number and batch number of that fucking free seniors flu shot that killed 82,479 seniors. Run it through VAERS. There it is. Then John Gwynn had put it in the fucking tower here. Boy's like a son to me. And then my little girl. And that was where I lost it. I said, fuck this shit, man. But I'm not going to do nothing stupid. This is a war for the mind. I'll change minds. I'll change hearts. But don't for no reason think that I'm going to ever come back to the light after this is over. I'll just walk away from everybody. I'll admit when I'm fucking ruined. I don't really give a fuck. That don't mean I don't love anymore. It don't mean that I care. Matter of fact, I do love and I do care that much. Because you're not going to walk into this and be able to... You can't have no blinders on, but you can't be looking around. You can't take your eyes off these motherfuckers' number one agenda, which is killing us all. When we're at that point in time, you need to realize it. Nobody's different than you. Any of you out there that think you're better or worser even because of fucking skin color, get your fucking head out your ass and come on back to the real world. It's time to mount up, regulators. And we're going to do it. We're going to win this, y'all. Hey, Al. Hey, Gary. How y'all doing, brothers? We're going to win this. These motherfuckers never win. But they have wiped out complete civilizations doing this. So everybody loses. I don't like that scenario either. None of this is fair. None of this should be going on. We have not brought one bit of this on ourselves except for letting it fucking build up to what it is now. And letting our friends and family that we now call Maganites or libtards or progressives that go nowhere, letting them think they're somebody. We should have been smacking their fucking faces a long time ago. Just slapped the fucking taste out of their goddamn mouth when they acted stupid. But now we were told to be politically correct. Be nice. I'll tell you right now, I don't give out niceties. You fucking earn them. I don't give out respect. You fucking earn that too. And I don't think you shit till you show some loyalty to the human race. Not your fucking political party. Not your goddamn religion that you can't prove. To the human race. People you can touch, hug, and hang. Think about that. I'm gonna get off here. We got a new moon out there and the coyotes left. I got shit to do. There you go. And everything that each one of y'all know, like Al, you're talking about one thing, Gary. Man, Merry Christmas, Gary. Lorenzo, Howard, all of y'all. Tiana, everybody's got an equal amount of knowledge and an equal-sized piece of this puzzle to put together to be successful in bringing down the New World Order. Think about that. You think you're any lesser than anybody? You don't think you got some power to do something? You don't think you can change the fucking world? Then you fucking can't. And change your thinking. Remember, I changed mine, and so can you. I love you. Be free. Live free. Die living.